Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be talking about subject-verb agreement today. I know that this is one of the last things that we had done in our grammar notebooks at school, but we didn't really get a chance to discuss what the subject-verb agreement was. We discussed a subject. We talked about how that's a noun that's represented in a sentence. And then we know what a verb is, but we have not talked about what it means for them to agree. Okay, so we're going to go over this PowerPoint that I have. Let me pull up the slideshow, play it. That way you can see it big here. Okay, let me move myself out of the way. All right, so subject and verb. What is a subject? They want us to give an example. So a subject is the noun in the sentence that is being talked about. So the boy went to the store. The boy is the subject. The students had lunch. The students are the subject. The dog barked loudly. The dog is the subject. Okay? Now, what is a verb? You guys know what a verb is. That's an action word, correct? So jump, went, go, leap, hop, slap, kick, right? Jog. All of those action words are verbs, okay? I really wish I had you guys in front of me right now to be able to give me some of these answers, but I don't. But that's okay, because we'll talk about all this on our Zooms, okay? So the subject and the verb, let me move myself, must work together to agree and sound good. So they have to work together. We have to be using the correct verb with the subject, okay? Rule 1, if the subject is singular, then you will add an S to the action verb. The boy rides his bike. And we took notes on this, if you guys remember, in our notebooks. I know it's been a while. It was like the second week of March when we did this, so it's been over a month, but we did talk about this and we did discuss this, and you guys have it in your notebooks. So if you guys want to write this down as part of your subject-verb agreement, just put this in maybe like a grammar section of your notebook or start a notebook. You guys can go ahead and write that down. So the boy, singular, the verb is going to have an S, okay? Rule number 2, if the subject is plural, you do not add an S to the action verb. So now we look, the boys, that's plural, correct? There's more than one boy. Ride, we do not add an S to that verb, okay? The boys ride. So remember, we discussed this. It seems like the singulars go with the plurals, right? The singular and singular don't go together, and the plural don't go together, okay? Rule breaker. I and you are both singular subjects, but you do not add S to the action verb, okay? So when you're saying I and you, that's when you're not going to add that S. And we know about those exceptions, right, third graders, because we talk about those all of the time, especially during foundations. There's always those rule breakers, aren't there? So I and you are one of those rule breakers. And make yourself a special note, maybe even highlight it when you write it down, that this is what the rule is, okay? And I'm going to give you guys some worksheets to work on this with too as well, okay? So the example here was I ride my bike. Notice I, singular, ride, also singular, okay? And a lot of these you can decide, does it make sense, right? Okay, which verb agrees with the subject? So we're looking at Jackie. Jackie singular, right? So which one of those verbs are we going to choose, A or B? Give you a second to think about it and go ahead and read it through. Jackie read every night. Jackie reads every night. Right, it's B, reads. Good job. My shoes blank my feet. Now look at my shoes. That subject is what? That's right, it's plural. So that means that our verb is going to be singular, right? Because they can't both go together, plural and plural, singular and singular, unless you're using the words I and you, right? So which one is this going to be? My shoes hurts my feet, or my shoes hurt my feet? That's right, it's B. Which subject agrees with the verb? The children run on the playground. The child run on the playground. Now look at the verb. We don't have the subject here, but we do have the verb. Is the verb singular or plural? That's right, it's singular. There's no us, right? Okay, and that's also not, that's an irregular, so that kind of doesn't go with the us because it would be ran, right? All right, so the children run or the child run? That's right, the children more than one. All right, which subject agrees with the verb? Which subject agrees with the verb? Blank works at a grocery store. So works. Is that singular or is that plural? It has an us, right? It has an us, which means that our subject is not going to be plural, right? Our subject is going to be singular. Which one of those is singular? That's right, B. Mom works at a grocery store. Is the subject singular or plural? My family. Is that singular or plural? Is that one person or is that more than one person? That's right, it's plural. So my family like to play games. My family likes to play games. That's a tricky one, huh? Yep. So when we're thinking about collective nouns, let's go back to collectives because we did that back in second grade. So collective noun is what? It puts those nouns in a group, correct? It puts all of those nouns into a group. So they're talking about one family, right? That's a collective. It's a collective noun. It's one family. Do we have more than one family? Nope, we don't. You're right. Which means that one family is going to be singular. It's tricky, huh? Yep. This is so much more fun when you guys are actually sitting in front of me, being able to throw me these answers back. It really is. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a worksheet to do with this. I'm going to attach it to the day, and we'll go over this the following day, okay, on our Zoom meeting. All right, guys, talk to you soon.